What's up, guys? It's your boy, the Badwolf, ready to bring you guys some more fire information because you guys just can't seem to get enough of it. So let's take a look and see what the Wolf's got for you on this fine day. All right, so one of the things, this is why I tell you guys you should really watch all of the videos, because sometimes you're going to add little tidbits in on other videos that don't have to do necessarily with what we're going to be talking about. So in this one, we're looking at the passport book. Very few people actually read all of the information contained in here. But what's interesting is that it says here at the top, and that government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth. Abraham Lincoln. Next part. The Secretary of State of the United States of America hereby requests all whom it may concern to permit the citizen / national of the United States named herein to pass without delay or hindrance, and in case of need to give all lawful aid and protection. Boom. There's your status right there. Now, they're probably going to change this because we're talking about it. All right. But now in the old days, you could circle one or the other. It doesn't say you can or should or can't in here. But what does that say? It says either a citizen or a national of the United States right there. And it shall not, and you shall be allowed to pass without delay, otherwise denying you your right to travel. There it is. I mean, all these people are like, this status is not real. It's not really. There it is. This is an official government document right here. On the application, it might say non-citizen U.S. national. But on the actual book, national of the United States. So that's what we use. There you go. All right. Moving on. I got word that if you're in a particular state that starts with the letter P and has a secondary initial for abbreviations only, A, or said other states, if they're telling you they don't have your certificate of live birth, all right, what you want to do is, remember, the certificate of live birth, or if you can get the one with the baby feet, if they have it available, get that. If they have a copy of that, get that. If you can still go back to the hospital and still around, ask them for it. After, I think, like 10 years, I think they ditched them. And they're probably on their way up the, stream, Vatican. But anyway, remember, all this is for entertainment purposes only. From your favorite non-belligerent man in black, the Wolf, Mr. Bad. All right. So if they're not giving you the certificate of live birth, remember, almost all of them have it, because our parents originally gave them one of the copies that we were given from the hospital. I was told by a certain person who got close to an agent, we'll just say, or however that works with these people, that you are to request other and either type in, write in, or request all legal information, including all things with time, date, info, weight, and full information, all information available. Okay? So that's what you have to do, because they might say, oh, we don't have that. So, okay, request a copy of everything you have, or that they have. And if that's not the case, then do a FOIA on them and see if that works, if you can get something that way. All right. So, this particular video, once again, I want to thank everybody for showing up and checking in on your boy. So, we're going to be talking about the Certificate of Non-Citizen Nationality. Now, I know we did a video on this a little bit before, but we're going to kind of link information from one video to another video all in one, because that's what we're doing. I told you this year was going to be jazzy. So here we go. All right. So if you read here on the top, which you guys can't see, still can't see, but anyway, right here, I am on the travel.state.gov And you can just type in certificates of non-citizen nationality, and it'll bring you up to this. So the Department of State occasionally receives requests for certificates of non-citizen national status pursuant to Section 341B of the Immigration and Nationality Act, INA 8 U.S.C. 1452B. Now, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but essentially they're just saying if you're in one of the outlying possessions of the United States, and then once again, they kind of tiptoe back and forth on here. What to me seems like the talk between, which legally they should have it defined which United States they're talking about. Because remember, there's 3 different definitions of it. But of course, they're not going to make it that easy. So you probably need to go to Cornell Law EDU to look up the same article of information and see if they have it, Section 341 of the Immigration and Nationality Act, Section 101A21. So they add all these acts in here because then it kind of confuses you and you're not sure which one. But at the end of the day, okay, depending on which one of these sections you're saying that you qualify under, let's just get to the point, you would quote that section. But the unique part is when you get down here at the bottom for Section 302 of Public Law 94-241. Any person who becomes a citizen of the United States. Okay, so you became one. Why don't they say that you were born one? But okay. So, became a citizen of the United States of, remember keywords, solely by virtue of the provisions of Section 301 applying to those born in or residing in, so either born in or residing, so born in, and then it says or. So that's not a continuation. You were born in something that pertains to this particular section, or you're residing in, or. Not the same. It doesn't say and or. It just says or. Residing in the Northern Mariana Islands may within 6 months after the effective date of that section or within 6 months thereafter reaching the age of 18, whichever date is later, become a national, but not a citizen of the United States, making a declaration of oath under any court established by the Constitution or laws of the United States or any other court of record in the Commonwealth. So there's a lot going on here. So as long as you're using any one of those 3, and they don't break down which United States, and we're assuming established by the Constitution, that they mean of America. So, okay, you're going to leave it ambiguous, then we'll use it as ambiguously as we can as well. So, but here's the key part. It says, I declare, or I under, space for your name to be put in, being duly sworn, hereby declare my intention is to be a national, but not a citizen of the United States. So they're telling you how to claim that you are one and not the other. Now, we already know that under 8 U.S.C. 1101-22B that's the correct status, even though they've changed the words on it. Nice job, guys. So, educational information only. So basically in here they say if you can convince them, they may give you the certificate. They may give you the you guys are supposed to be kings out there. So why does another king need to crown you king? Okay, so they make it really tough to understand the info. But once again, I have it on good authority. All right. Anything and everything that they do, we can do. So, because remember, we are the grantors and the beneficiaries. They are the trustees. Okay. So, education only. Now that you know, essentially, it is your proclamation, your declaration, your affidavit. You need to say, I, James, the Badwolf of Levitica. I mean, don't use that, obviously. But being duly sworn, hereby declare my intentions to be a national, but not a citizen of the United States. So let's say I was to do one, and I won't have this. I don't have this file. You guys have to just make your own. But I would use part of that statement. I would include code 8 USC 110122B. Fill in all the goodies, being of the age of majority, being a grantor and beneficiary of the United States of America, blah, 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 blah. Then I would go and get it notarized at the notary. Now, this is not, that part's nothing new. Okay, so we're going to jump off this page. And we're going to jump over to the DS 4194. Okay? Request for authentication services. So, where am I going with this? Okay. So now remember, you've made your claim. You've signed your document, preferably in red ink, with the red thumbprint in front of the notary. They stamped it, so now it's notarized. So the delegated power of the Secretary of State, which has been given to the notary, has just signed off. And your paperwork should have the word jurat on there because it's a solid and binding obligation. Under penalty of perjury, this information is correct. So don't put anything that does not pertain to you or that could be construed as illegal, okay, or unlawful. Once you do that, I would recommend, seeing how they don't want to give you a certificate of non-citizen nationality that you can use elsewhere, I would recommend sending it to be authenticated. Why? Well, Wolf, can we do that? Let's take a look and see what their document says. Name, phone, address, all the good stuff. What country? Now, if you're going to authenticate your document, okay, now I'm saying this as an educational piece because you can apostille or you can authenticate. This is just the authenticate process right here. I really don't know if this form can be used to apostille or apostille. But what would be the pros and cons? Well, authenticating, you're essentially bringing it by use of which country, say Egypt, out of the federal jurisdiction on the paperwork level. If you apostille or apostille, you are bringing it into their jurisdiction where now it has to be recognized on their paperwork level. So, what do we have? All right, so as we go down here, section 4 says country. So if you were going to bring it into their jurisdiction, this is where you're going to hear the wolf finally say it. You thought you'd never hear me say it. You would apostille, use a Hague country. You're going to put the number of documents. Okay? Doesn't say number of pages, just how many documents. All the pages are considered one if they're in one document. Then over here where it says select, if you click it, it's an interesting thing here. It now says you can do this service for agreements. Do you have an agreement with somebody that you want authenticated? Articles of incorporation. Assignment. Authorization of an agent. A birth certificate, which is usually how we use it. Certified court records. Contracts. Now here's where it gets good. Declaration. They also have certificate of origin. Certificate of registration. Certificate of exports. All documents you can create your own and have them authenticated or apostilled. Okay. Now, once again, you might want to double check you know, if they do that with the DS 4194 for apostille. That I'm not sure at this exact point in time. But declaration, diploma, divorce decree, financial papers, letter of appointment, marriage certificate, medical report, other, we're going to get back to other, passport copies, police, power of attorney, resolutions, trademark. So you making your own declaration, getting it notarized, and then getting it authenticated or apostille, whatever you decide for whatever purposes you have in mind. But like the one other. Other is interesting because educational information, you know, maybe I'll create my own certificate of non-citizen nationality or whatever. I mean, can't hurt to try. If you've got something you want to declare and you want them to recognize it within the various jurisdictions. All right, guys, that is about it. As always, self-govern. Use all information appropriately. Do not have any nefarious reasonings. This is from your favorite belligerent non-combatant treaty with the United States. Private nation of Lovetica and your foreign national born natural. All right. I will talk to you guys later. If you like the information contained here, don't forget to hit that bell, like, subscribe. If this is your first time, also hit that bell, like, subscribe, because I appreciate it. Oh, and ladies, what's going on? Am I losing favor with you guys? It's only like at 26%. You guys went down from like 34. So the guy or the guys took the challenge. The guys were like, yeah, ladies ain't stepping up. They're like, we're going to support the wolf. We got you, bro. All right. So ladies, it's on you. I'm just saying, I'm watching the numbers. Y'all been sleeping. So I see you watching, but you ain't subscribing. It hurts. It hurts, you know. But that's okay. As long as somebody out there likes the shirts and, you know, me trying to keep my immortal looks with monatomic gold, we'll just say. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Lots of information being had here. Stay wise, stay woke, stay aware, stay wild, and I'll talk to you guys later. Badwolf's out.